Well, Coach, the calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First down, Kendrick. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Here we go, 51's the mic, 51's the mic. 3, 2. Mike 51, Mike 51. 65.
To throw Mariota. He finds Corey Davis. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
First down, Mariota. Yeah, he'll find Hall. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Throwing again on second down. Mariota. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. He's going to let this one go. He's got it at the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So because of the yards after the catch, they'll wisely decline the PI.
Yeah, since it was pass interference, they would have gotten the yardage at the spot of the foul. But as you correctly noted, a little bit of run after catch for them. That extra yardage made it easy to decline the penalty.
They'll run on first down. Kendrick. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Jags grab it. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the deep. And got his man complete. It's a big play for the Jaguars. And even 40 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
You gotta be ready. Don't be scared of it. Jim. Run. Regular. Watch.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open it up to even more big plays.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield, and that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 14-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, we gotta get one. 51, Mike 51. Push him back. Hey, Mike 51.
Mariota now. This one caught by Davis. A good pickup there, a 22.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Throwing is Mariota. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
First down, Tennessee.
Mariota now already at 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
Mike 10. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. They've got Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10. I got him. Ten's the mic.
From the red zone now, Mariota. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Devin Bush able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
On 2nd down, Kendrick. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. 3rd and long here for Mariota. His throw caught at about the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The point after is good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. King.
From the gun, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abukum able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. To throw, Mayfield. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abukum in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Now from back at the 9 after that last play, this is 3rd and goal.
Point it right. Five. Hurry. Check Mike 54. I got it.
Mayfield looks to throw. He can run for it, and he will. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
From the 36, Mariota. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Derrick Henry. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Alpha. Yeah. 50 wants the mic. 50 wants the mic.
Throwing on 2nd down, Mariota. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Exit. 51 the mic, boy. 51. Watch the slant. Go, Mike 51.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 29-yard line.
And the Titans first down.
Mariota now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On first down, Kendrick stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First down, Titans, gain of 12. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. He's got daylight. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. 10. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now Mariota. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, it's Mariota going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
On 2nd down, Mariota again. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Mariota again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
On now is the Titans punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go for verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Final play of the half, Mayfield. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game, as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a give, right side. Kendrick. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 12 more yards there and another first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. The extra point up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Like 7, let's go. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Mike 51.
Now Mariota. And he will find Davis. That's complete. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. 51, Mike 51. Get that one up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mariota. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Let's go, D. 3. He's coming. Double up, double seam, 6. Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. Let's go, D. 1. 6 guard. Check 6 guard. Staying open.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. Trying to lay one up deep. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. He's picked off at his own 47. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now Mayfield. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On 2nd down now. It's Hubbard, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Mayfield down. He's going to look deep down, and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Dante Pettis with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Gotta do better. One. Charlie.
To throw Mariota. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. But Dupree, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Mayfield to throw it. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. It's a foot race. 30, the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Throwing, Mayfield. Looking deep downfield. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 22. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The drive starts with a completion, left side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net them 23 and a first.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll try the left side. Kendrick. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Mariota. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Hey, let's go. One. Switch it. One.
Mariota now. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Throw it, Mariota. This one caught by Davis. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
180. Point it right. He's checking. Crash. Kings. 54. Mike, 54.
From the gun, Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and that'll bring up second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
On second down, it's Hubbard. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. As his guys are in for 6, and the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 20. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
There's been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Let's go.
They'll run on 1st down. Hubbard. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Rashaan Evans on the tackle. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Titans' 23-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Recon, 132 fighter.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hubbard. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. It's picked up by the Titans. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
Well, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
On 3rd down, Hubbard. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Now this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, Kendrick. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mariota to throw it. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the gun, Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Denzel Perryman in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film.